What is going on with y'all, man? It is Black Balloon, and I'm coming back with another video so y'all already know what's going on. Alright, y'all, look, when I saw this breaking news today.
This morning, we're learning new details about the stabbing death of a tech executive in San Francisco. Cryptocurrency startup MobileCoin confirms Bob Lee was killed early Tuesday morning. Lee was the founder of Cash App and the chief product officer of MobileCoin. San Francisco police say it happened on Main Street in the city's Rincon Hill neighborhood just after 2:30 in the morning Tuesday. When officers arrived, they found Lee with stab wounds. He was taken to a hospital where we're told he later died.
I immediately knew I had to do a video about it, and I thought instantly back to the amount of crypto billionaires that died in a very short span of time. But it instantly made me think back on how all these crypto billionaires were dying, tech billionaires, you know? Maybe I think in a month span of each other, but we're gonna get into an article about that in a second. Here it reads, Cash App founder Bob Lee stabbed and killed in San Francisco. It says Bob Lee, a technology executive who founded the mobile payment company Cash App and previously worked at Square, died Tuesday after he was stabbed near downtown San Francisco, according to his family. San Francisco police officers responded to a report of a stabbing around 2:35 a.m. Catch that, 2:35 a.m. Tuesday. The officers found a 43-year-old man with apparent stab wounds. He was taken to a hospital with life-threatening injuries and died later, and he was identified by his father. Now, this comes not too long after we had a stint of tech billionaires dying, back to back to back. And now Bob Lee, the founder of Cash App, is randomly stabbed at 2:35 a.m. Tuesday night. I find this to be very, very odd. So we're going to tear into this next article. We're just going to get right to it. Ain't no need to, beat around the bush in this video. The article reads, 4 crypto billionaires found dead under mysterious circumstances during FTX collapse. It says, depending on the source you believe, there are between 20 and 30 billionaires worldwide who made their money primarily trading cryptocurrency. Last fall, in a span of less than 30 days, 4 of that elite number died under unusual circumstances. Considering all 4 were relatively young and in good health, the actuarial odds against that happening are astronomical. Coming at a time of wild volatility and unprecedented corruption in the crypto markets, the deaths have raised reasonable suspicions. In the financial press, on Reddit forums, and over podcasts, y'all already know I got my theories of foul play. It says the first and most bizarre of these deaths occurred on the morning of October 28th when 29-year-old American Nikolai Meshigan was found presumably drowned in the water near a beach in San Juan, Puerto Rico. Meshigan co-founded the crypto leading platform MakerDAO, I'm not sure how to pronounce that, helped design the stablecoin cryptocurrency architecture. Just hours prior to the discovery, he posted a tweet stating that U.S. and Israeli intelligence agency and a elite intended to murder him and claimed his former girlfriend was a spy. I'm not going to say that P word because I know how YouTube is when you talk about that kind of stuff. So maybe I'll just put it in text for people that are just listening and not watching the screen. The CIA and Mossad and P Elite are running some kind of trafficking entrapment blackmail ring out of Puerto Rico and the Caribbean islands. They're going to frame me with a laptop planted by my ex-girlfriend who was a spy. They will torture me to death. And his at was delete shitcoin. This was the first mysterious death, which we all remember. If y'all was looking into this stuff toward the end of last year, this was the first one. Among other disturbing posts, Meshigan had previously tweeted about evil people in a central banking cartel who used debt and blackmail as weapons and his fear that he would be suicided by the CIA. News reports quoted unnamed sources said to be friends saying, he saw a psychiatrist at times. He smoked a lot of pot, a tremendous amount, as if that has anything to do with why he would be, tweeting the things that he tweeted. Citing police reports, local press printed that Michigan had been swimming when he was swept away by strong rip currents. This is odd considering he was found fully clothed with his wallet in his pocket, more than likely dumped there, not by strong rip currents, and he drowned as if a grown 29-year-old man couldn't swim. Just a little bit. I know there may be some grown men who can't swim out there, but still, y'all get the point. So, 3 dead in 4 days. Catch that. Number 3. Then under 3 weeks later, 3 more crypto billionaires died in the span of just 4 days. On November 22nd, Javier Boasca, excuse me if I get some of these names wrong, died at an exclusive hotel at the resort town of Estepona in southern Spain. I'm just going to stop trying to pronounce certain words. If I know it ain't quite there, I'm just going to skip over it for my own sake. Initially, his lawyer reportedly he accidentally fell from a 5th floor balcony, but later reports say he jumped to his death in the presence of a witness. He brokered crypto through his company and stood accused by Spanish authorities of operating a Ponzi scheme and defrauding over 750 investors out of over €500 million. He had been released on bail just 3 weeks earlier and believed to be on the run from Russian and Romanian organized crime figures based in Andalusia. Now, moving on to the next. The very next day, the 30-year-old co-founder of Amber Group reportedly died unexpectedly in his sleep. A native of Hong Kong, formed a Jamaican-based digital asset conglomerate along with a group of other Goldman Sachs and Morgan Stanley alumni. Amber Group was valued at over $3 billion and had recently raised $200 million in funding. While effusive news reporting plays Kullander as a hard worker and devoted family man, there's yet to be no medical explanation for what would cause such a young man to die suddenly in his sleep. 2 days later, 53-year-old Russian crypto billionaire, not even going to try to pronounce his name, Tehran, was traveling from Lausanne, Switzerland to Monaco when his helicopter crashed, killing him along with the French pilot. Another passenger scheduled for the flight avoided death by canceling at the last minute. We all know how that goes. I don't think there's no coincidence of someone canceling at the last minute and then the person who, was this huge billionaire ends up dying on that helicopter. That brings a lot of red flags. Says he co-founded and was president of the crypto and foreign exchange trading platform Libertex. He had been reported in the Ukrainian press to be connected to Russian intelligence agencies. And he was joining a growing list of Russian billionaires who died in the past year under suspicious circumstances. Says it's speculative what effect, if any, events in the crypto markets may have had on these deaths. But it's worth noting that they occurred at the same time Sam Bankman-Fried's FTX Ponzi scheme was unraveling and being exposed. At $32 billion, the resulting bankruptcy of the world's second largest crypto exchange rocked the markets as the FTX token, FTT, held by over 1 million users, headed to near zero. That gives us 4 billionaires that all have died since November of last year. So we're talking about 5 months, basically, where 4 billionaires who are all connected to, cryptocurrency, the head of tech companies, and now most recently, the head CEO of Cash App, that have all been murdered. None of these are accidents, and we can only imagine, what really happened to each person that died. Now, the first one was the most telling because he actually had tweets and he feared being suicided by the CIA. And he said that himself. and they tell us that he was swept away by strong rip currents. Now, is it something that's possible? Yeah, but more than likely to a billionaire who's 29 years old, I highly doubt he's going to get himself swept away by a strong current. I felt like I had to do a video on this just because these are the kind of things that need to be talked about, need to be brought to light. Because, although a lot of us may not be into cryptocurrency, who knows? Some of y'all may invest y'all money that way, but not a lot of people actually look into this kind of stuff. And even me doing this video and, reading a couple articles, I just found this one to be the best because it actually talked about how all of these deaths, they occurred at the same time that a huge Ponzi scheme was unraveling and being exposed. It said at 30, remember I just read it, it said at 32 billion, a resulting bankruptcy of the world's second largest crypto exchange rocked the markets. So this all, at the end of the day, was connected to something much bigger that the average person doesn't really care to look up and find out. But you can guarantee that there's one group that's behind this all that got these guys out of the way in order for a bigger, agenda to come through at the end of the day, rather that's some kind of government coin or, who knows at the top, bro. But, I just thought this would be a good video to bring to the channel. Maybe y'all know some things that I didn't talk about or read from this article. One that I talked about, I'll try to put their picture in the video, just so we can have some context and see who we're talking about. So I'm not going to make this video too long. I just wanted to do a quick video and bring this to the channel. Y'all already know how it is. And I appreciate the feedback that I got from the last video about BTB Savage and me kind of starting a new series and actually doing videos like that are a little bit more edited. So I appreciate the feedback. I'm definitely going to get on it real soon. A lot of y'all did say y'all want that Pop Smoke video, so that will be the next video that'll drop on this channel. It'll come this weekend, probably on Sunday for sure. So yeah, man, with that being said, it's Black Balloon, and I'm going to see y'all soon.